Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a classic for you, but I did a little bit of a twist on it. So essentially, if you are not new here, I always used to have this topping on my toast. It's tofu egg salad on sourdough. That's pretty much it. And the sourdough it has always been coming from the farmer's market as of late. But yeah, so the tofu egg salad, I have that recipe on my blog, theconsciousrootnyc, so I'll link that down below. It's my favorite, and I have a feeling that this one came out really good because instead of using medium tofu, which I haven't been able to find lately, I was using firm tofu as a replacement, and I didn't like it that much. But then I decided to experiment with soft tofu, and I think this is a winner. I think if you cannot find medium tofu, soft tofu is the way to go. But yeah, the way that I twisted it this time, where I made a bit of a spin on it, is that I added hot pepper jelly on the toast before I added the tofu egg salad. And that was just random. I just decided to do that because I have a jar of hot pepper jelly. You probably saw that from last week's video, and I don't want it to go to waste. So let's see how this goes. I have a feeling it's gonna be good because the egg scramble combination of it last week was really good. So I feel like, you know, how's it gonna be bad here? Well, let's give it a try. Wow, that's really good. I actually wasn't expecting it to be that good, but yeah, that might be a new favorite. Like I said from last week, I don't want to be repetitive, but the hot pepper jelly is surprisingly sweeter than you would think, even though it does have a little bit of heat. It tastes like the peppers too, but it does give you like a bit of heat in the back of your throat. And that compared with the super savory tofu egg salad, which I have raved about millions of times on this channel, it's a good combination. So if you were hesitant about the just egg scramble, but you know that you like my tofu egg salad recipe, which by the way, thank you if you've ever reached out and you've messaged me that, because I do get messages about that recipe, you're gonna like this one. I think so. It's a good salty sweet combination. Hello friends, you might hear a lot of noise happening in the background. I have the AC on because it's really hot today, and then I have my microwave going because I'm heating up lunch. But I forgot to mention that I also made coffee right after breakfast. It was just like, I had a meeting, I was talking to Ian, it was a whole, I made coffee, so just wanted to share that. Okay, lunch. So essentially what I have here, it doesn't look pretty because I kept it in the Tupperware because I just feel like it's a waste of dishes to just put it in a bowl if I can just microwave the Tupperware. Anyway, this is essentially just leftovers from last night. I made dinner and it's spaghetti and meatballs. Long story short, it's very simple. But I did want to mention that the pasta is from Banza, which is my go-to. If you've been here on the channel, you know that's my go-to. I also added a little bit of daiya cheese to this, just to make it nice and creamy, and I like cheese in my pastas, or at least the spaghetti and meatball pasta. And then these meatballs, which I'll actually give you a close-up, they're from Ikea. So we went to Ikea, their frozen section, and we decided to give their plant-based meatballs a try. So these are not the veggie ones. These are the ones that are supposed to like replicate real meat. So I already know what these taste like, but I'm gonna taste it again for you and give you like my little quick rundown on them. It's kind of good that I did a refresher on that, because essentially these are not bad. The texture is not as crumbly as like ground beef would be. If you think about Impossible and Beyond, it has that bit of crumbliness to it. This has a bit more of a smooth texture. And then the taste of it, it has a slight meaty taste, but I'll say that it more so has a vegetable taste more than anything else. And I think it's because they season it with different vegetables like potatoes and such. Another thing that's pretty distinct about these meatballs is that they season it with apple. I don't know why they went that route, but I definitely taste the apple. It gives it an interesting sweet vegetable flavor, which is not bad. It's just very distinct. So I feel like if you were to put this in front of me and I was to try it again, I would immediately know that it's from Ikea because it has that distinct random apple flavor. It's not bad though. If you like veggie forward kinds of like meat alternatives and substitutes, you probably will like this. But if you're looking for something more along the lines of like Impossible and Beyond, I might as well just stick with Impossible and Beyond because those are like the best in the game right now. Also, these are pretty oily. I baked them in the oven and there was like a pool of oil. I don't know if that matters to some people, but I just wanted to make note of that. But yeah, that's my lunch. Spaghetti and meatballs, pretty simple. All right, friends, I am coming at you for dinner. I know that it's kind of weird that I'm telling you all of this in the office when I should actually be in the kitchen, but it's been a long day. Ian is actually home. I don't know if I actually mentioned that in today's video, so I haven't been home alone all day, so it's kind of weird like recording in front of him. We also have the AC going and it's chaos. So I'm in the office, long story short, but for dinner I'm actually making, or I've already made it, something that I've made before on the channel. It's my buffalo chicken dip, and for the amount of times that I make this recipe, I feel like it absolutely should go onto my blog. So I'm gonna work on getting that up onto theconsciousroot.com this month so that you can copy the recipe. But essentially my buffalo chicken dip is a vegan chicken dip that essentially just has like vegan cream cheese and seasonings, buffalo sauce of course, and then the vegan chicken that I use is from the brand Tofurky. It's their lightly seasoned chicken strips. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So yeah, I make a dip out of that essentially, and instead of using it as an exact dip and, you know, using celery sticks or chips or something with it, I'm making sandwiches with it instead, because it turns out it tastes really good in sandwiches too. So I got a bunch of really gigantic Kaiser rolls, and I'm just gonna put the filling in there or the dip in there, and it's gonna be a great sandwich. I think I also have some leftover barbecue chips from the weekend, so I'll have that on the side. But that is all for this week's video. I hope it wasn't weird or funky. I have a feeling it might be because my whole recording situation was strange this week, but yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you in next week's video.